Hello everyone, StaggerX here, and today we're checking out Transformers Rise of the Beast Core Class Freezer. Now before we take a look at the figure, here is his CGI render right there, and it looks cute. I really like how he looks. Now when I first saw Freezer here, I really thought it was a Frenzy at first glance, but then after I looked at the toy a little bit more, yeah, it was definitely a different figure than Frenzy, but very similar in look. But yeah, pretty cool. Now the big difference between the figure and the CG model here is that the Freezer has these big cuts on his head, while the toy doesn't. So that's a little difference between that and the CG rendered there. And really quickly, this is the backdrop that Freezer's tied into. And yeah, so pretty cool. Alright, so now let's bring him closer in here and check him out. And he's look pretty cool. I really like how he is. I really like the orange piercing eyes there. He's very menacing and monstrous. Very, very cool design. I'm liking it a lot. Very clean back there as well. He's got these orange colors here like the Terracons are going to have this glow to them. So it's pretty cool that they got this fire kind of glow right there. A little bit of rust color there. Silver for the teeth. Piercing yellow eyes. Looks all around very menacing and cute. For Freezer's articulation, he's got ball joints up in the shoulders. Both shoulders. Those ball joints here. At the elbows, same thing on the other side. The head is on this hinge here, so you can go up, that's for transformation, and then you can go down, so you can spin all 360. You can look up this far, left to right, but if you want to, you can really tilt that up. And it then comes down to the legs, and they can bend here at this knee point, and they can rotate there because it's on a ball joint. Same thing on the foot. Nice ball joint as well. So for articulation, he's pretty sweet. The only two points of articulation that I wish he had was at the wrist here, so you get some nice Grievous swinging action there with some weapons or going. But yeah, that's another little thing. Also, would have liked to have a nice bend there at the knee right there, so you kind of move that around. But besides that, I think he's pretty cool, and his hands are compatible with other Transformers weapons, so you can just armor him up with a bunch of things if you want to. So quick example here, we're just going to throw some stuff in Freezer's hands, like so, and now he's all ready to do some really big damage to some Maximals or Autobots or Decepticons or whoever he's up against. Look at him, he's like, Rah! Now on top of that, Freezer here just has a really cool posability and everything. You can really get him some pretty cool stance. I mean, get him in like these kind of poses with him going like this. Now, one thing I found out you can do with him is put him on spider crawl. So you go like this, get his limbs all up like that. You can get his legs in position and get him all crawling around like that. So you can just be a spider monster. Yeah, that's just terrifying. Just imagine that crawling towards you. Just yeah, definitely scary, scary stuff. Freezer here definitely has a very scary presence, and hopefully he's got a pretty good sized role in the film. I don't know if he's just going to show up and then get blasted by one of the Autobots and Maximals, but we'll see what happens to him. He might be like a little Frenzy type character, like the 2007 Frenzy, or like Scorpionaut, kind of like a pet to one of the characters, one of the Terracons. And now let's do some little quick comparisons. So here we have Core Class Freezer next to some other Transformers from the live action films. And I think Freezer really fits with all the movie designs. I think he fits right along with them, which I'm all for. I love the movie designs, so this is definitely pretty cool. I'm looking to see how he blends in with these guys just fine. And yeah, pretty darn cool. I really like that. And that's kind of a little size comparison to show you the different sizes of guys and how he fits in with everybody. Alright, so now let's get into Freezer's transformations, and he's got quite a few. So let's go into the first one, which is his turret type gun mode. So what we're going to do here is we're going to lift this whole section up like so. We're going to just flip this back gun out like that. We're going to take the head, pull it up like that, and push that right in. We're going to take this whole assembly here, flip it right up, and you're going to hear a little snip, and that's going to click that right in. The legs kind of just move up and get positioned like that. Make sure the ball joints are facing down so it looks like that. Alright, and next we're going to take these and angle them, and then this little tab right here, so we focus a bit more, this right here is going to plug into this slot right there. So you're just going to take that, slip it in like so, angle it, again make sure the ball joints are facing down or it won't work properly. So just kind of go like that. Then we just do the same thing on the other side. And then once the other side is done, you are pretty much done with his little turret mode. And so that is it. It's pretty cool. I do like it. The legs kind of fall around back here, but as you notice here, there are all these little these little tabs here, so he can actually be held by a transformer. So first we have this little tiny bot here, and you can slip these right in, so he's all ready to use Freezer as like a gun. So you can kind of do that, be like, tick, 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 tick. And then let's see who else can kind of hold him. He's kind of small, so you kind of need a smaller bot to really hold him there. But you can kind of get another size bot, so kind of like here's a good size one, so you can kind of get him kind of positioned, so he's kind of looks like he's shooting with it. So that's kind of the idea behind this turret mode. So what we're going to do for his gun mode, we're just going to click the legs in here. They just slip right in, so this little tiny slot right there that goes into that. So that goes just like that. Those goes up, separate these. Now we're going to rotate this, and now this tab is going to plug into that hole right there on the leg, right there. So you just take it, angle the leg, do it like so, and then we'll just plug it in like that. Alright, so that's all plugged in, and then this arm here, it's going to rotate and rotate again, and then this little tiny crab is where this little slot right there is going to settle in right in there, and then we just do it to the same thing on the other side. And finally, there's this little slip right here. You kind of have to use your nail, or if you don't have a nail, you have to use a little tool, but you just want to pull this little slip out. Let's see if I can't show you. So this little bit right in there, we're just going to pull that out, and there we go. And that's where the Transformers will hold him as a gun. Now, it doesn't look that impressive as it stands here. It kind of looks kind of wonky. But once you get into a Transformer's hand, it doesn't look too bad. So for the two bots I'm going to be using, since I don't have Scourge, we're going to bring in big old Shockwave here. Now we're using the camera. So Shockwave's got a good hand for this. So you just have to slip it in Shockwave's hand. And there we go. So you can have Shockwave pretty much now dual wielding two giant guns. So that's one option you can kind of do. Now I got Blackout here. So since Blackout has this extra port on the side here, you can take Freezer and take this and plug it right in right there. And now Freezer's all ready to help Blackout blast some Autobots. So that's another thing you can do there, and that doesn't look too bad. It kind of looks like part of Blackout's arm, kind of like it transformed out of it, and that looks pretty cool as well. So there are a few different options of Transformers that can hold this, and here's another option. So they all fit just well, and this one also works quite well. It's a little smaller class figure, but also can work with it too. So a lot of different features you can do with that. And a lot of different Transformers can hold this. Definitely the bigger ones, like later class figures, can have a bit easier time holding this gun. So the final mode is for Scourge when he's in truck mode, and then Freezer here would sit on the back. So all you do is pop this off, make sure everything stays still attached, and then you just want to rotate the arm, and then rotate the arm like so. And then this right here would sit in the back of Scourge's truck mode. And I think it'd be really cool if in the movie Scourge is being chased, you know, by some Autobots or Maximals, and Freezer's set up in the back of Scourge, so, you know, the Autobots are coming at him, and he goes, and the Autobots are just swerving and stuff. That'd be pretty cool to see. I'm gonna lie, that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, that is his final mode right there. And this, again, just sits on the back of Scourge's truck mode. And so this has been a look at Transformers Rise of the Beast Core Class Freezer. And I think he looks pretty cool. And my biggest wonder is he going to be more like a pet-type character to Scourge? Or is he going to actually be able to talk and act more like a, you know, an actual non-animalistic guy? But I think he's going to be more of a pet, maybe, to Scourge. I think that would be pretty cool. But, yeah, how long do you think he's going to survive in the movie? Let me know down below, and I hope to see you all next one. Until have a great day, and goodbye, everybody.